This is 13 Minutes. I am Elliot Reeves. My guest today is Paul Shields. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much for having me, mate. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I know, it's been a wee while.
I know, mate. These are the new lines of communication and connecting with people all through digital platforms. So we'll need to do like a virtual hug, but aye, man, it's good to see you, man.
Virtual fist bump.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
How are you keeping?
I'm okay, mate. I've just got over a suspected bout of COVID-19. I don't know. I've got my test that's went away this morning. It got picked up by courier, so I'll find out in the next 24 hours. But yeah, other than Monday, so going back a week from Monday, I was pretty sick. Had all the symptoms, but I would say probably at about 50% of the worst case scenario. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, man, other than that, last week I was finding lockdown really good, productive. Actually had a wee bit about a sort of self-doubt because I've been enjoying myself most of the time, but and I'm seeing quite a lot of people are struggling a wee bit with it. But I mean, other than the last week or so, actually being physically sick, mentally I've been really strong and been taking care of myself, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. We spoke just very briefly beforehand. I mean, I've been the exact same. I suspect I had it. When comparing notes, we've had virtually the exact same symptoms. And yeah, I'm sort of through the worst of it. I'm virtually 100%. But yeah, it wasn't a lot of fun. And I mean, my symptoms, I would say, were like moderate relative to a lot of people. So yeah, it's definitely going around.
Yeah, I think that the thing that being honest, what I found worse was the mental challenge of thinking this is a potentially life dangerous situation that I'm in here, and being aware that your mortality might be like it's the first time in my life for sure that I've actually thought about, in my adult life anyway, that I've actually thought about death. Not to be too morbid, but I mean, when you're in a global pandemic and you start getting the symptoms of an infectious disease, it was a whirlwind 48 hours the first 2 days, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, mentally it was like it was a bit shocking. But I'm the same, man. I'm just thankful that it was moderate. If it was in fact like COVID, but I'm just thankful that it's moderate and count my blessings right now, mate.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's a good chat, mate. 2 minutes in, we're talking about death. Nothing like going deep in conversation, eh?
You know me, mate. You know me.
I do, exactly. So how have you been managing yourself during the lockdown?
Well, one of my housemates was in Romania and came back and had a couple of symptoms in February. So when the government first started to recommend that you lock down for 14 days if you're in contact with anybody that has symptoms, I went straight into lockdown. So I'm about 2 weeks ahead of everybody else. And really, like, what I decided today was I'm going to just double down on everything that I do to take care of myself. So I'm a huge advocate of meditation. If anybody watched the episode that I did with yourself, they'll know all this, but meditation, intermittent fasting, fitness, sleeping, is a big one, and also just being open and honest with like my girlfriend and like my friends to how I'm feeling. So just being emotionally like open. And I decided right back at that sort of at the start that this is a potential big one. I mean, I'm a former addict, and have suffered from mental health issues in the past, and realised really early that I could be in the sort of danger category, like everything just crumbling round about me if I don't take care of myself. So I doubled down. So I started doubling my meditation. I started trying to get an extra hour's sleep every night. I pushed my fast to 24 for 18/6. I can't do double gym sessions because my gym workouts are already pretty intense. So what I did decide to do was get out on a bike as much as possible after I was in isolation. Try and do something that I don't normally do, and I don't normally do any running or cycling. So I just decided that I was going to double down on everything and see how that fared. And I've got to say, man, as a trial and error thing, it's been fucking great for me. So if anybody else was thinking about like what should I do here, or just double down on everything that you enjoy and everything that you get to take care of yourself, that would be like my number one piece of advice for them anyway.
That's excellent. I mean, so talking about mental health issues and whatnot, I mean, how would you typically kind of adapt to being in isolation, like in terms of, is that something that you would feel comfortable with, or is it something that you would normally struggle with, do you think?
I would say a mix. I think that my normal way of being is that I'm a social creature, but with a very limited amount of people. I don't go out and socialise with people that. I mean, it's not something that I would avoid. I wouldn't actively avoid not meeting new people, but I've got my friends, and my time is so constrained that I prioritise my best friends. And so, like, any social situation always involves my best friends. And I think that time alone, like, I really love being by myself. Even though I live with my girlfriend, I enjoy when. So my girlfriend is a professional ballet teacher, and that happens at night. So between the 6 and 9, Monday to Friday, she's always doing something. She's always at the house. So I have quite a lot of time by myself in the evening where I would either watch football, listen to podcasts, audiobooks, meditate, whatever it is that I'm doing. Happen to do, create podcast ideas, whatever it might do at that particular day. And that would be something that I knew that I was going to struggle with, and it is something that I have struggled with. So I adapted my routine. I got up at 6 in the morning. My girlfriend is not a morning person, so I get myself up at 6. I have a black coffee. I've got the privilege of having Kelvin Grove Park right across the road from my flat, so I go over to the park at 6:30 in the morning, and I walk for an hour, and there's nobody there really. I mean, you see a couple of people, but that was just something that I knew that I had to do to take care of myself a wee bit better, because that time alone is really important to me. Knowing what's going through my mind, my thoughts, just being by myself is so important, and that has just been not possible. So like that was a wee bit that I adapted to. I think that something that I said on another podcast, I think that as a mental health advocate and also working on myself for the last 4 or 5 years has been like training for this. I've never felt like so many mental challenges get thrown at myself at any stage in my life all at once. And there has been sort of a couple of days where it's been a bit shaky here and there, but I've got to say, man, I'm so proud of myself. I haven't like cracked at any point or really had any sort of like episodes or like sort of down days that have bled into the next day or the day after. But I think that taking care of your mental health and taking care of yourself has really trained me to deal with this. And I think I could deal with anything. I think this is something that I'm starting to realise as we, which looks like moving towards the end of lockdown, hopefully, is that I mean, I don't care what gets thrown at me now. I mean, if we can deal with this, which if you were to go back maybe even 2 years ago and say that the full nation will go into lockdown for 6 to 8 weeks, you'd be like, no chance. There is no way that you're going to be able to get everybody to do this.
Yeah.
And we've managed to do it by and large. And I think that everybody should take a look at it, look at this situation and go, man, we've done really fucking well here and we can do anything. Like we shouldn't be shying away from any challenge, because this has been a massive challenge for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just a little bit conscious of the time here, Paul, so what I'm going to do is double up on the next question. In what way do you think the world might change as a result of this, and in what way would you like to see it change?
I've thought about this quite extensively. The way that I would like to see it change is I would like to see, and I know that this is probably going to be like, okay, a roll of the eyes, but healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, porters, people that work in Tesco, these people are the fucking warriors of this age, and we need to pay these people appropriately. We need to stop freezing nurses' wages while MPs get their 10, 11, 12%. Like, we need to pay these people appropriately, and I seriously hope that the banging of the pots and the clapping of the hands actually gets people into real action, and we realise that the NHS isn't a political chip that we can just throw on the table. I like our NHS, blah blah blah. Fund it properly, please, and stop fucking about with it, because it's getting beyond a fucking joke. And like I said, nurses, the people in the front line, we need to start paying these people. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous that they've not had a wage rise in the last sort of 7-8 years, and I think that that's a way that I would like to see. I would like to see the economy change to an economy of responsibility and I don't know, more sort of social justice, but I mean that in a very narrow term for the people that have had to be in the front line in this situation. Because if we have another pandemic, we know who the people are, so why not pay them the right way? What do I think is going to happen? Unfortunately, as we can see around the planet, I think that power grabs are happening left, right and centre. We're getting the daily Trump comedy sketch. I mean, it's almost like improvised comedy that he's doing on a daily basis in his press conferences. But I think that similar to 2006 to 2008, we'll see more power go to the richest and less power go to the poorest in society, which we can already sort of see happening. But it's up to us to try and stop that as we come out the other side.
Okay, in one sentence, what advice would you give? I don't
do one sentence.
I know, man. We're right at the limit. In one sentence, what advice would you give to anyone that's really struggling just now?
Talk to your friends and family. If you've got people round about you, share how you're feeling. You're not in this alone. If you don't have people to do face-to-face, get on your social, seek people out like myself, like yourself, like the other people that are doing these conversations with you today, and reach out to people and get some help and advice. Like, we are definitely 100% all in this together, whether you like it or not, or whether you want that to be the case or not. And there are plenty of people out there doing some fantastic, amazing free things. So just go and find it.
A few commas and semicolons in that sentence, Paul.
Sorry, dude. I was always shit at grammar anyway.
Where can people find you?
Podcasting platforms, Rebel City Podcast. If you Twitter, Instagrams, Rebel City Paul, reach out. My DMs are always open. I'm a qualified counsellor and get a diploma in CBT. If anybody wants any mental health advice, I'm more than willing to give it out.
Love it. It's been great speaking to you, Paul. Really, really enjoyed it.
Same
Always
yourself,
a pleasure.
Dude.
And
take care, man.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch and do this again, I'm sure.
For sure, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.